What's the raunchiest thing that actually happened at your table?
I feel like we need to make an intro for Coomer videos.
Yeah, like a warning. Trigger warning.
I'm gonna cool. Like, you know the way we do that with the...
confessions.
Yeah, we need to make like a Coomer sound effect for these sorts of
something.
videos. But hey, look, you guys know what you're in for. Let's just get into this, will we?
I've told this story before, but we were exploring a tomb of some pharaoh, and we found what appeared to be a safe area. There was a tomb with sexy statues of his concubines. The undead didn't seem to approach it, so we thought we were basically safe. Now my rogue...
Like, you already know what's going to happen here.
Now my rogue, who doesn't need to recover spells, is taking his shift on watch when one of the statues beckons to him. He's wondering if it's a trap, but when he approaches, the ivory statue winks at him, caresses his face, and steps off the pedestal. She puts her finger to his lips, licks her lips, and saunters off, basically asking him to follow her. Our GM said that this game would have mature content, so the horny degenerate in me wonders if I'm gonna get some. My PC, knowing this is a bad idea but really hoping that it's not, follows her to what looks like an altar, where her identical twin, a statue but in ebony, is also waiting and miming seductive come-ons. The first statue takes my PC by the hand and guides him to the altar, where the other one is waiting for him with a big smile. Then both summon magic daggers and start stabbing the shit out of me. My PC tries to yell for help, then realises, to his horror, both of them have a field of perma-silence. He tries to fend both of them off with his rapier, but he's flat-footed and promptly AO'd into oblivion when he tries to run for his life. He died as he lived, with blue balls.
Is this story just horny gets the bonk?
Yeah.
Horny gets the bonk.
Fade to black gay orgies for one PC who is a cult leader.
I mean, like, look, if you're going to be a cult leader, at least...
You have to have at least one orgy, like.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
I thought that was part of the criteria.
I thought that was in the job description.
Yeah.
Fade to black rape of a male wizard by a very disgusting witch who wanted an heir. He was the only human of the bunch and had good charisma. Not fade to black discussion on how to rape a giant god
Why?
A giant god sleeping in the next room of a cave to ensure production of demigod children. It was all on the PCs. They were discussing logistics very seriously. It was more disturbing than any horror I could ever DM for them. Thank God when they actually got to see the god, it was some Potian horror with no apparent dick, because they had very real plans to try and harvest it to build an army of demigods kit. That sounds like something you would fucking do.
No, you know what? That's just Greek mythology.
Yeah.
That's just Greek mythology, like really.
Okay, Zeus.
Yeah. Is this the OG Coomer?
Yeah.
He actually could be, if I be honest with you.
2 players literally left to have sex in the middle of the session. It was my sister and my best friend. They thought they were keeping their relationship secret from me. It had been obvious to me that they would eventually hook up and then break up for like 2 years before it happened.
I mean, like, at least they tried to keep it a secret, but like, come on, guys. Can you not leave it to the end?
I know. Jesus Christ.
I don't know. I just find it very hard. The idea of doing any... I don't know. I'm just maybe... We're not like, you know, look, even for us, we don't really even hold hands in public.
No, we're very non-PDA.
Yeah, I'm really not into it.
Not that we're not affectionate together, I just don't do it
in public. And it really,
it's just not my thing.
It for me personally, it does kind of turn me a bit. You know what I mean? And I don't know.
Most of what we would do is hold hands.
Hold hands.
Maybe a hug.
Oh, you know what we would do? A wee kiss whenever you're getting out of the car.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you're dropping me off, I'm dropping you off.
Yeah, like we peck, right?
Yeah,
see you later.
See you later. That'll be it.
What's that?
I don't know how people can go to this. And the biggest thing with a lot of these is, let's be serious, I don't know, I just don't really want to talk about or I don't want to get into like sexual fantasies with a load of mates.
I know.
Essentially, that's kind of what it feels like a lot of the time.
Even though we talk about shit.
Yeah, like, I'm okay with talking about this, but we're talking about, it's not like we're fucking getting into it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, oh yeah, and then I just on her tits, and then this happened, yeah, oh, good, tell me.
Week-long hate fuck between a giant wolfman, 2 eunuch elf boys, 2 giant she-meals, 2 human she-meals, 5 dwarf she-meals, and an assortment of 18 women of various races during a fertility festival. Even the eunuchs got pregnant. Never run games for women, TJ.
This leads into that video we did the other day about. Honestly, I do think women are just as much, or if not worse, than fellas. It's just I think they're better at keeping it quiet or quieter, and then when it does come out,
quiet, it's just being demure about it.
Would that be?
And then whenever the drinks are flowing and they're with a couple of girls, it just
gets filth. Yeah. Pure 100%.
My hen party was filth.
Yeah. And you went with your whole family and stuff.
I went with my mum and my auntie and my cousins and all.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Probably the PC's catching a crime underboss fucking his toy boy. They killed the underboss and threw his twink, alive, into the river.
I feel like more games need twink femboys. It would make us so much more videos.
Oh yeah, it would. Yeah, it would. But I don't know if I feel
like femboys are, they're very popular in meme culture and all that type of stuff. But they're very compared to how big they are in like Monday memes. Femboys to tabletop games.
Yeah.
Actually, how often do we do anything about femboys?
Not a lot.
Way less than what you would expect us to do.
Yeah. And as I'm reading this, like, the main banner on 4chan at the minute is Femboy Paradise.
Is it actually?
Perverted Coomer DM wanted to indulge her impreg/preg fetish, so I was strong-armed by another player to oblige her, in a short campaign between main ones. More or less had to ERP my dude with various female NPCs, while the other player did her best to buy him the time to do what needed to be done before they escaped.
Wait, okay, what?
Each time.
Are you talking about, like, is he jacking into a cop, or is he...
Is this just a big sperm bank or something?
Yeah.
By the time
Give me the coomies.
Yeah.
Hand over the coomies.
How much for one coom, please?
One coom, please.
By the time the campaign had concluded, he'd knocked up like 30 plus ladies of all types, and the DM loved every minute of it, and combed her brains out afterwards each time. Wrote all kinds of lengthy fics after, though I couldn't make it past one. Ew.
I want to know. I feel like, do you want to know more?
I want to know more. Link the fics.
I feel like this is something that we should delve deeper into, but
yeah.
I don't think there's any way for us to ever find them.
Psst. Hey, lean in closer. This is fucking ASMR channel now. You know what's pretty fucking based? Titties. Go see titties. Lots of titties.
All the titties.
Go over to the website, check out all the models. You guys know the score. We have some really nice looking models over there. And we have a lot of...
sci-fi gothic?
Yeah.
Let's call them sci-fi gothic.
And if models isn't your shit, we have loads of subclasses and we keep adding them every other week or so. We add a lot.
We got a lot.
Look, we've got big brains. We add shit. Oh. But yes, go over to the website, check out everything. If you haven't subscribed... what the fuck you doing? Hit subscribe, hit the notification bell as well, and let's get back to the video. Right, so the raunchiest thing that ever happened at a table I played with was the event that caused me to quit tabletop role-playing games forever. Ooh, sounds good.
This is when you know it's going to be good.
Preface. Group gets together after 3 years of silence with a new DM. New DM is fucking amazing. The only thing that ruined his table was too many players, but his game was probably in the top 3 campaigns I've ever experienced. Unfortunately, the lead guy from the old days in my group who used to DM got jealous of this.
Well, you're not DMing anymore, as I say, it's been years, so...
Now, the guy himself isn't bad, but he's a normal at best GM competing against a guy who has thrice as much time as he has to work in a campaign. That said, he started something of a Cold War, to where he tried to run 2 games while we were attending one of the Awesome DM games. Then the Awesome DM taught his preteen son to play. This incited the other guy to get his kid son to play Keep Up. One of the Meh campaigns the old friend made to compete with the Awesome DM dropped, and he made a new one, with all the old group and the Awesome GM, and his wife and a female friend from work who never played before, plus his kid who he just taught how to play. 15 minutes into the new game, the kid had his character grope. Oh my god.
Right, okay.
The kid had his character grope and sexually assault the new player. And the dad just let it happen. I don't know why, but I can tell you what happened because of it. New player just got up and left. More power to her. Yeah.
I mean, like, it would be like, say if I went down to like a work colleague's house, and I've never played. I've no idea what even D&D is. Yeah. I've got like a very vague understanding of it, and they're like preteens. So I'm going to assume they're like 8, 9, 10.
No, preteens like 11, 12.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's still very young. Yeah, I would be really fucking concerned what I've been invited to.
His wife freaks out at the table. They start arguing about why the fuck he let that happen, and whose fault it is that the kid knows that kind of lewd stuff. The kid fucks off to go play Switch in his room. Me and the other players silently get the hell out of Dodge. 3 weeks later, they divorce?
Oh my god.
I haven't played another tabletop role-playing game since then, and probably will just stay away from the hobby from now on, for other reasons such as never getting to finish one of my character's arcs. What happened was a convenient excuse to stop, honestly. But holy shit, if that kid didn't try and grab that woman's ass on the way out.
I don't know really where to start with this. First of all, okay, so let's start with the main cause. DM getting jealous. He wasn't gone in the game beforehand, so...
What
are you getting upset about?
Why are you getting jealous?
Yeah. I mean, people should know their strengths and the weaknesses. I'm not a good DM. I'm more than willing to accept that. I'm not even that good of a player either. But I'm having fun, so I don't really give a fuck, you know what I mean? And I'm not one to be like, you know, when you see someone else who's playing and you know that they're better than you, it's not like something I'm going to be like, I don't think role-playing games are about competition. No. And that's what I think the core argument is. Now, who do you think, was it the mum or the dad that's been fucking...
Oh! Obviously the father.
You know who the real enemy is? It's probably the internet. Let's be serious.
Yeah, no.
I'm terrified of...
When Ozzy... terrifies the life out of me.
At least...
I'm gonna raise him fucking Amish at this point, because I know too much shit.
Well, I feel like the internet is definitely a lot more sanitized than what we got.
Yeah, and you can put a lot of parental locks and shit, but kids know their way around it.
Yeah. Well, we managed... No, you know the thing is, we managed to work our way around all the parental locks, but that's because our parents didn't know.
Our parents didn't know about parental locks? And if they did, it was a pin?
Yeah, or it was some way, you knew how to work around it, because they don't really understand the computer. It's still like a mythical creature. It's a mythical, like, magic box in the... You know the idea... Think of the idea of, like, a family computer.
Yeah, and more than likely, if boomers had a password, it was either, like... their birth date or password 123.
Yeah.
Like, it was easy enough to hack.
Yeah.
He hacked into your man's account and it was like, oh, hacker man.
Yeah. But, definitely the internet was a mistake. We are definitely in for the end times and...
Terrified.
Genuinely terrified. I have no idea how to handle it. So let's keep going, will we?
Raunchiest thing in a game I've played in. My character, a superpowered high school girl.
Okay, well, we're going to know what type of person this is.
Was exploring an abandoned building and by completely random chance got raped by Wario?
Beast! Fucking Wario.
The next session I ended up making a roll to see if my character ended up pregnant. And I ain't the luckiest.
What would Wario... Does Wario have a son? It probably does.
Probably does. I don't fucking know. But Jesus Christ. Raunchy things don't really happen in my games, since I'm kind of a prude and keep things PG. That said, my players love fucking memeing about it. In the latest game, everyone's been giving me shit since the game was about players taking the role of a synthetic aliens, when I mentioned that the flesh is made up partially of silicone.
Oh yeah, of course.
I knew for years that silicone rubber is used for various implants and prosthetics, and since I was going for a Star Trek vibe, the rubber alien aesthetic seemed fitting. I hadn't considered the fact that my players would howl with laughter at the revelation they helpfully informed me of, that they're playing as furry alien rubber Borg knockoffs that convert people into more rubber furries. I'm mortified and also laughing.
Honestly, though, like I'm a massive fan of the Borg. Though I think the Borg is one of the... I think they're the best villains of the Star Trek universe. But I love zombies, and let's be serious, the Borg are essentially zombies. I like the way they convert. I love their collective mindset, and it's very, like, yin and yang to the Federation. But, like, this video's not about Star Trek, so let's just keep going, will we?
A girl in our group once DM'd a Don't Rest Your Head game. There was a certain moment when my character, a black Gulf War vet who suddenly regained his ability to walk, Lieutenant Dan? No, that's
Lieutenant Dan! Got new legs!
Was falling from sandpaper cliffs or something, when a woman-breasted seabird snatched him to its nest.
First of all, seagulls can suck my dick. Not literally, of course, but they're the worst of the bird family.
What if it was a big titty seagull?
Well, here, guys, if you really want big titty birds, I do have
we do.
links down below.
Oh, shit, we actually do.
Yeah, we do. We do have some big titty birds if that's what you're interested in, but seagulls can still go fuck themselves.
Then a flock of seabirds took turn treating him like a chick. In the bird sense of the word.
So they're vomiting in his mouth?
Yeah, in the bird sense of a word. Like mouth feeding him half-digested fish. Or breastfeeding him.
Okay,
Birds don't breast.
Yeah,
okay.
Okay.
Or tucking him in between their bodies and forcing him to sleep. Or to be more precise, considering the main theme of the game, to struggle against falling asleep despite being immobilized in a warm, comfy, fluffy, and breasty place. I don't know if the girl intended the erotic overtones, but I felt them hard.
It is hard to tell sometimes. Maybe
somebody replied to him, say, sounds like you found the dummy mummy half a 4chan dreaming of. This was a while ago, but at Adventurers League we were playing the Forge of Furry Adventure.
Fury? I'm going to keep that in. Forge of Furry. Okay, well.
I'm not used to reading furry, for fuck's sake. We were playing the Forge of Fury Adventure in the Tales from the Yawning Portal book.
I think actually I played that one a while back, but I can't remember now. Let's keep going.
Most of our party were horribly underleveled. We had 2 level 1s, a level 2, 2 level 3s, and myself, a level 4 lizard folk fighter. The DM was that guy who deliberately misinterpreted rules so he could kill players. We were in the final area of the dungeon, the lair of a young black dragon named
Yes, this was the one. Yeah, okay, so we were in it, and there was all this water, so it's like anyway, I won't spoil it for you guys. But anyway, we managed to kill the dragon.
I won't spoil it for you, but anyway.
I won't describe that. But we managed to kill the dragon, right? And I decided, that a great form of loot would be maybe, if I rolled high enough on the survival checks to get, maybe a wand of acid splash. Will I describe what part of the dragon that I believe I could get this wand of acid splash from?
Think bad dragon.
Yes, exactly. So that's what I was thinking. So you guys are going to think I'm fucking horrible, but I thought this was hilarious. I could hear it in Teal's voice, his disappointment of no.
Oh, James.
No, but you can roll for it, and I rolled a 4, and he's like, well, that's taken care of. Let's continue. And it was never spoken about again.
Good.
I feel like a wand of acid splash would have served me very well. But let's just keep going.
So we were in the final area of the dungeon, the lair of a young black dragon named Nightscale. When we got there, she immediately attacked, splashing water to knock us into your lake, breathing acid and immediately diving back into the water to gain cover, and generally giving us a bad time. It became readily apparent that the DM used an adult black dragon stats for Nightscale to just guarantee our death, so I decided to skip out on the one session just to see if we'd get a chance to start over. Predictably, the rest of the party died horribly, but I decided to come in afterwards to see if I could use my lizard folk fighter anyway. The DM switched the adventure to the hidden shrine of Tamo-chan?
Yeah, keep going.
A 5th to 7th level adventure. But the players were only allowed to create level 1 characters, so I wanted to give them a fighting chance. The DM said, okay, sure, but only if you can think of a logical explanation why he's still alive. At first I said he'd just flee combat, but the DM said the dragon would catch him anyway and kill him since he has a higher movement speed. So I thought for a minute. If he can't fight the dragon, and he can't flee from the dragon, then... Several days after the party embarked on their adventure to the Stone-Tooth Mountains, the lone survivor of the group strode into town. Deep gashes in his chest, bite marks on his chest and arms, acid burns covering much of his body, and the biggest, dumbest grin on his face. And thus he became known as Dragon Lair. Pig related. I painted a mini to represent him as an NPC in my games. I'm the DM now. Base.
Yeah. Honestly, that's pretty funny. That is good. I like that. I think that's a good moment to end on.
Yeah.
I really like that one. I think that one's a lot of fun. But you know the biggest problem. I feel like whenever we do any of these Coomer or ERP style videos, I feel like the biggest problem is we don't really have much experience in that realm. As I feel like whenever we're talking about like shitty players, bad behavior, like I'm more than well versed in this shit. So I feel like, you know, I'm a professional. I know what I'm talking about, boys. But when it comes to like the ERP stuff, I feel like I've got no idea. I'm completely out of my depth. I don't really know what the customs are, the rules, the regulations, maybe. So I saw one.
But honestly, not that I fucking want to.
No, I don't want to. But at the same time, I feel like well, you know, I'll tell you guys what we're working on. So tomorrow night, Sunday, the time that we're recording this, well, the next day, we're going to be doing a live stream. Megan may be showing up from time to time. We're going to try and make this like a regular thing of a Sunday live stream game. Of course, we've got a child now, so Megan, one of us needs to be looking after the child, but Megan's going to come running in and out and doing the odd like NPC
voice NPC now and again. Don't expect me like every game, but I'll try and pop in.
Yeah. But one thing I was thinking when we were brainstorming ideas for like campaigns and settings and, you know, stuff we could do, I was saying to the boys like, yo, do you want to just do like a paid for live stream that's like the ERP session, and we just make noises the entire time and just go random dice and go hiya, hiya, and just make like sex noises for like 2 hours and just like randomly roll like con saves and shit. You know what I mean? I thought like, you know, that would be kind of funny. It's like, yeah, what you want? It's like a $5 ticket, sweet. No, not that bad, but it would be really funny. And like maybe we'll see. We're working on a lot behind the scenes at the minute. Yeah. And we'll see
how that goes, and we'll let you know whenever it happens. But as always, check out the links down below to the website, to the models, and the subclasses. I forgot what the fucking links are for, guys.
Look, we got tons of shit down there.
Yeah. Check it out.
Check it out.
Hit subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you get notified every time we post. You can probably hear the baby crying. I need to go.
See you guys later. Bye.